Hi, my name is Laura Woodward, and today we're going to be talking about sleep. Should we teach medical students about sleep? The results of a pilot session to inform well-being by Dr. Waymeo, Samantha Markovitz, myself, and Dr. Levine. So students going through step one are often sleep deprived. And it's something that they often will think about and rarely seek help for. But it can make a big difference on their ability to concentrate, learn new information, and just get through the whole step one preparation process. This workshop was provided to students as part of various wellness activities aimed at helping students to have the tools emotionally and physically to get through the rigors of studying for step one. Sleep is critical for medical student well-being. Students face multiple pressures during medical school that interfere with their sleep. In addition, use of technology and smartphones can interfere with sleep because of the way it interacts with melatonin. This pilot study provides preliminary evidence that sleep education can positively impact medical students' sleep quality and attitudes, and it lays the groundwork for incorporating sleep education into the medical curricula and emphasizes the need for institutional support in addressing sleep health among graduate students in medicine. Okay. 18 students attended the session and 16 gave us feedback. Pre and post-session surveys were conducted to evaluate changes in sleep quality and knowledge. Surveys included items from the brief Pittsburgh Sleep Quality Index and questions tailored to medical students. These are some of our findings. The literature review underscored the widespread issue of poor sleep among medical students and talked about it being related to various stressors that medical students experience, including academic pressures and clinical responsibility. There is a widespread issue of sleep among medical students, and there are various reasons for that, but it's especially concerning for them when they're studying for step one. We also learned that sleep education could serve as a mitigative measure. This pilot session indicated a positive shift in student perceptions of the importance of sleep, with suggestions for personal institutional strategies to improve sleep quality. Some of the key findings had to do with students' information that they shared about sleep in our presentation. So if you take a look, one of the things we learned from students is that when they're thinking about things that contribute to their wellness as students while they're preparing for step one, the number one thing for them is getting a good night's sleep. And so that was important to us to take this to this year's students and to share that with them. We also found out from these 16 students who participated that there was a big difference between their sleep quality before and during a test. So when they're going through a normal day, they said that they get about 6.8 hours of sleep a night, and it only takes them 33 minutes on average to get to sleep. However, right before a test, they really struggle. They get more, they get only 5.7 hours of sleep, which is more than an hour less than on regular days. And it takes them 15 minutes to fall asleep at night. Most respondents rated their sleep quality as fairly good, and only one as very good. And we found that only one person
in our group consistently followed sleep hygiene guidelines. And 37.5% of our students had never heard of such guidelines. So we see that it really helped the students to learn more. It helps them to learn about something that could really help them at a point when they could really use it. So we're very glad to share these results with you, and we're glad to suggest, sleep is more important than you think, and giving students practical but also highly regarded research information from an expert on sleep makes all the difference. And providing this information while they're preparing for tests that are very stressful can give them some coping techniques that'll not only get them through this test period, but improve their memory, because we remember so much more when we sleep. So that's all I have to tell you today about our presentation, but I hope you'll stop by our poster at the conference.